G'day, g'day, g'day. Today's Thursday, the 27th of November. And for the next hour, we're going to be running through the latest and greatest news and updates from the world of AI. But today, I think we're going to actually focus on building some stuff because there's been a bunch of good releases recently around image generation, mainly with something called Nano Banana Pro from Gemini. And now you can actually create some really good, high quality images. And we're going to give it a try. We're going to try and create like a mini sort of photo studio, I think, for realistic image creation. I think some of them are looking absolutely insane. So I'm going to bring up some examples, but first we'll actually run through some of the main stories today. First up, we've got a post here from Andrei Karpathy. So the famous AI researcher. Here we go. Let's just read it because it's worth listening to. A number of people were talking about implications of AI to schools. Big thing. I spoke about some of my thoughts to a school board earlier, some highlights. You'll never be able to detect the use of AI in homework. Full stop. All detectors of AI, in my opinion, don't really work. Can be defeated in various ways and are in principle doomed to fail. You have to assume that any work done outside the classroom has used AI. So yeah, default assume that AI has been used, and yeah, he's absolutely right. These AI content detectors, they don't really work. It says kind of very old, like ancient texts have been fully generated with AI. Might have been, but they don't really work. Number two, therefore, the majority of grading has to shift to in-class work instead of at-home assignments. In settings where teachers can physically monitor students, the students remain motivated to learn how to solve problems without AI because they know they'll be evaluated without it in class later. We want students to be able to use AI. It's here to stay. Let me just highlight it so you can read it. It's here to stay. It's extremely powerful. We don't want students to be naked in the world without it. Using the calculator as an example of historically disruptive technology, school teaches you how to do all the basic math and arithmetic so you can, in principle, do it by hand, even if calculators are pervasive and greatly speed up work in practical settings. In addition, you understand what it's doing for you. So should it give you the wrong answer, e.g. you mistyped a prompt, you should be able to notice it, gut check it, and verify it in some other way. The verification ability is especially important in the case of AI, which is presently a lot more fallible in great variety of ways compared to calculators. Yeah, okay. So hallucinations are kind of rampant in AI still. So you want to actually know kind of when the AI is leading you up the garden path, perhaps. A lot of evaluation settings remain at the teacher's discretion and involve creative design space for no tools, cheat sheets, open book, provided AI responses, direct internet access, AI access, etc. TLDR, the goal is that students are proficient in the world of AI, but can also exist without it. In my opinion, the only way to get there is to flip classes around and move the majority of testing to in-class settings. Yeah, I would agree with everything you said. Schools are definitely going to be upended, and teachers that rely on kind of AI detection tools to kind of battle back and forth with students in a cat and mouse way. It's just, yeah, you're in a no-win situation. Next story. You can now use ChatGPT voice right inside your chat, no separate mode needed. You can talk, watch answers appear, review earlier messages, and see visuals like images or maps in real time. Rolling out to all users on mobile and web. Just update your app. All right, nice. We can sound with this. Yeah, there is. Let me share this with you. If you press voice mode, it will take you into like a new screen. It wasn't in line, so it didn't seem very fluid, but now it is. Here you go.
Hey, Rocky. Great to have you here.
Hey, so can you tell me what's new with voice?
Absolutely. Voice is now built right into our chat, so you get a live transcript as we talk. Plus, I can show you things like maps, weather, and more in real time.
Okay. Can you show me a map of the best bakeries in the Mission District?
Sure. Here's a map of the top bakeries in the Mission District. As you'd expect, Tartine is right up there as a favorite.
Tartine. Okay, what kind of pastries do they have?
So at Tartine, they've got some beloved pastries like their morning bun, which is buttery and cinnamon sweet, classic flaky croissants, rich pain au chocolat, and even a frangipane croissant filled with almond cream.
Sorry, how do you pronounce that one? The franja?
Yeah, no problem. It's pronounced frangipan, so kind of like frangican.
Okay, amazing. Thank you.
Okay, so that is rolling out to everybody, all users on mobile and web. So you don't have to kind of change screens or change chats if you want to use voice. Looks like we might have a problem here too. Love this. One problem is if I open an existing F1 Pro conversation and I start voice mode, it responds to what I assume is a system prompt. I click the voice button, immediately responds with understood. I won't greet or point our conversation elements. Okay. So it looks like a system prompt. Might have a bit of leakage there. It's from Wes Roth, but I'm sure that'll be fixed fairly soon too. Okay, this is an update from Character AI, introducing stories, a new way to create, play, and share adventures with your favorite characters. So Character AI is the kind of AI character generation and interaction platform where people can talk with AI characters and create them too. And now you can bring them all together inside of stories now. So if you are a person who enjoys conversing with AIs, now you have a new option. Today, we're excited to launch Stories, a brand new format where users can create and share adventures starring their favorite characters. Stories offer a fun and visual way to play and explore through interactive fiction. So these are built for all users, especially teens. So there was some actual privacy updates from Character AI. We're kind of gating content away from under 18. So this is a feature release to kind of cater for them, it looks like. We should have a video to see exactly how this works. All right. Character AI has got a large number of users, so apparently it looks like that would be quite a popular feature. It's not personally for me. I haven't spent too much time inside of Character AI, but for those who enjoy it, it is quite good. Okay, next story. The Anthropic CEO called to testify on Chinese AI cyber attacks. This news came out, I think, last week or maybe the week before, about a thwarted attack using Claude on several targets in the US, I think. And now he's been called to testify. We actually can't see this, haven't subscribed, but here's the long and short of it. The House Homeland Security Committee has asked Anthropic CEO Dario to testify at a December 17th hearing on how Chinese state actors use Claude Code in a wide-reaching cyber espionage campaign, according to the letters first shared with Axios. So it marked the first time an Anthropic exec appears before Congress about the espionage campaign disclosed earlier this month. So we can actually take a look at this. Okay, here's what happened. I guess we're only going to get the first bit too. Suspected Chinese operators used Anthropic's AI coding tool to target about 30 global organizations and had success in several cases, the company said this Thursday. This is the first documented case of a foreign government using AI to fully automate a cyber operation. I think it says government. Do we know it was government? I'm not sure. We do. But I actually seem to put it. I'm not sure that is true, but that'd be interesting to see if they lay the hammer down, if they expect more guardrails. But yeah, that was actually quite insane. There's actually a blog post on it on the Anthropic site if you want to watch it. Okay, here we go. We've got a little bit of a story here. I need to actually, let's try and find this main one. It says OpenAI forecasts nearly as many ChatGPT subscribers as Spotify by 2030. Let me see if we can pull up here. Okay, we'll get a Perplexity story. OpenAI projects 220 million paid ChatGPT subscribers by 2030, nearly matching Spotify's current 280 million premium users. It anticipates 2.6 billion weekly ChatGPT users by 2030, with 8.5% converting to paid subscriptions at 20 a month, or for plus or higher tiers, up from 5%. The growth follows freemium's enterprise model like Slack, emphasizing workspace tools like chats and email summaries to drive adoption. So revenue-wise, they need to pump this revenue up because they've got a lot of commitments out there for infrastructure build-outs and data centers, etc. So they need to ramp it. Revenue, the company forecasts 270 billion cumulative subscription revenue through 2030, including 87 billion in 2030 alone, positioning ChatGPT as a core productivity platform. Additional streams like shopping assistants and agentic services could add 20% more revenue. Okay, so if people start to shop more in ChatGPT directly, they might take some cut of that. Scaling requires 200 billion in funding for 2030 compute demand, despite 288 billion in cloud contracts, where only a third may be utilized. Competition from Google Gemini and potential market share drop from 71% to 56% adds risks. Yeah. Google Gemini is on a monstrous tear, and they are now very, very competitive, if not leading. I think the race in terms of models, Gemini 3 is insane. And I think that might be a little bit of a worry for them for sure. Okay, another Perplexity feature. Perplexity is rolling out a virtual try-on to all Perplexity Pro and Max subscribers. Upload a photo to create your digital avatar and virtually try on clothes while shopping on Perplexity. Here we go. I don't know if this is the actual try-on. It might be. No more guessing how clothes fit. Okay, this is actually how it's going to look. This will make more sense. Select a product, click try on, and then create your avatar. It's pretty cool. Nice. Good idea. Very good idea. Okay, next story. HP is betting $1 billion on AI, even if it means cutting thousands of jobs, says the CEO. HP Inc. is doubling down on AI and is betting it will replace... Let's zoom out a bit. You can't really read that. There we go. There are many things that we do today. HP is doubling down on artificial intelligence, is betting it will replace thousands of jobs in the process. There are many things that we do today that we have to do using people, and in the future, AI will do it better and faster, CEO Enrique Lores told Yahoo Finance. It's not just a HP issue, he added, but an industry-wide shift companies must embrace to stay competitive. So this transformation is reshaping HP. HP expects to eliminate 4,000 to 6,000 jobs globally and generate $1 billion in annualized savings by fiscal 2028. So this is talking about savings. I always like to talk more about kind of productivity gains, but in reality, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs to AI, which is not great. We're moving from pilots to specific initiatives across multiple areas, noting AI is accelerating product development, improving customer satisfaction, and boosting internal productivity. Lores emphasized that HP's AI approach goes far beyond chatbots, with efforts that include AI agents that automate processes, AI-assisted software development, and systems that accelerate operations. The through line, tasks once handled manually are increasingly being handed over to AI systems. Okay, so it's spending 650, including about 250 in 2026. Yeah, so more cuts across the board. News story: Jeff Bezos' stealth AI project Prometheus, which we talked about last week, has quietly acquired agentic computing startup General Agents. The venture has already raised $6 billion and hired more than 100 employees, including talent from DeepMind and Tesla. The deal came together after an off-the-record AI dinner in San Francisco hosted by tech entrepreneur Vic Bajaj, where General Agents Sergil was a last-minute guest. Okay, so he's assembling a team. He's doing the acquisitions, which Project Prometheus looks like it could be another competitive setup for sure. All right, let's get into building something, won't we? Let's go, and we're going to open. What are we going to do? What shall we open? Let's do this. Okay. Build your ideas with Gemini. We're inside of Google AI Studio, studio.google.com. And let me just try and find an example of a tweet, because the new Nano Banana Pro, combined with some clever JSON prompting, is where you give like a really detailed prompt, giving each kind of aspect of the photo and attribute, can create incredibly detailed photos. And I think we should try and recreate one. Let me I'll find a good example of a prompt so you know what I'm talking about, and then we'll go from there for this product. Okay. Here's one. This is one example of something Nano Banana can do. Okay, this one. Prompt: create a 9-image Instagram feed for this product in the same aesthetic. Use different locations, angles, and compositions, incorporating people, animals, nature, and various environments while creating a cohesive visual style. Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we create an app that can create these in one shot, where someone can just upload a product image and then they get this back? Why don't we do that for starters? Okay. What we're going to want to do, we're going to want to, if you haven't seen Gemini, haven't seen this AI Studio for the first time, once you arrive on aistudio.google.com, you're going to have this box. We're going to have Gemini 3 Pro triggered. If you haven't got it, we'll activate it here. And then we have these AI options down here. See, if you add any of these, we now have a powerful photo editing app with Nano Banana. We can add that, and we're going to use that to create our app. Okay. We've got other options here like video or conversational voice apps too, or search data, maps data, but we've got, generate images. So yeah. Okay. This is a new one. I actually didn't see this. Generate images, generate high quality images with Nano Banana Pro. And then we can edit them. Actually, we'll just do generate. So I want to create a simple photo generation app where a brand can upload a product and it gives us back a 3x3 grid containing that product in different environments. Here is a sample prompt that we can base the whole app off. Now I'm going to get this prompt, create a 9-image Instagram feed for this product. Okay, we'll paste this in. And I'm going to say this. Please don't use any purples or blues or gradients. Let's use an unexpected font pairing. Make it very high-end luxury. Don't use dark mode. We want it to be very approachable and inviting for a high-end e-commerce or fashion brand to upload an image and then create the image grid based off of their product. Okay, let's just do that. Yeah, cool. All right, let's let this rip and we'll see where we can get. So it needs to be Instagram grid. Offers the ability to generate different sets of 3x3 grids based on slightly varied interpretations of the prompt, allowing for more creative exploration. Maybe I should have actually included kind of what the output looks like. Maybe I should have added that. This would be good, like creative inspiration too. If you've got a product and you don't really know how to create your, I don't know, social grid around it. Maybe you want to do some social stuff, but you don't want to kind of do the whole setup thing, find a location, shoot, etc. Why don't we just like shortcut all of that and do it with do it with AI instead. So what's happening now, it's actually building our app. You can see we've got these cards in the middle, which is going to suggest to us some new features that we might want to add afterwards while it's going ahead and building. We're going to have to add our API key because Nano Banana Pro is a premium model. You can use the previous version in here for free, but we're going to have to activate an API key, I think. In the middle here, you have the ability to go through and add some new features to chats. For instance, this one, generate multiple style variations, tailor generations, enable brands to upload the logo and have it subtly and tastefully integrated into some generated product images. That's very cool. We have aspect ratio. We have customizable aesthetic parameters. There we go, like color palettes, lighting, styles, and moods to further refine the generated images. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you actually wanted to look in the code, you can see the code actually being written here. So it's using, where is it? Gemini 3 Pro image preview. This is what you want to check for. This is basically the latest image creation model. The prompt is create a 9-image Instagram feed for this product in the same aesthetic. Use different locations, angles, and compositions, incorporating people, animals, nature, and various environments while maintaining a cohesive visual style. The output must be a single high-resolution grid image. Perfect. Let's see how it comes off. One little thing I did add myself here, if you're planning to move something into production using G-Cloud, for instance, I just create like I have a little setting here, which basically creates some background instructions of how to set it up if you want to go like big production with it, but you can ignore that for now. There's a couple of other incredible images I want to show you too. First of all, by Mish. He had a look at this. He has a company called Let's, who proudly sponsor this stream. And he had a post using the new Nano Banana model plus some Let's goodness to make an AI influencer, million views, 4.2k likes. Here are the images. Absolutely insane. No one's going to be able to tell what is real and what is not fairly soon, or now, actually. Okay, here we go. We have an app. Access required. To access the Lumiere High Fidelity Studio, please connect your premium API key. Okay. Standard rates apply for a 4K generation. Okay, so we have the Atelier. I like this. Upload your product to generate a cohesive luxury 9-grid editorial campaign. Our AI composes environments that elevate your brand narrative. All right. Let's grab a product. What would be a good product to grab here? New luxury product. Why don't we go with... Actually, I know. Why don't we go with one of my favorite energy drinks? We use the example, or one of my favorite drinks in general. And we'll do this one. It's called Noco. Let's upload it. Okay. The first example was done with a can. So we'll do a can. Here we go. We'll generate the campaign. Curating feed. AI is dreaming, constructing environments. How good is this going to work to start with? You might have to give it a reference image if it doesn't work super good, but we'll see. All right, let's have a look. This is so good. We have okay, it's got some of the text wrong. Let's have a look because it's quite a text heavy can. That might be a bit of an issue. Kind of got ground sour. Okay. That's okay. We're going to go with okay with this one. Let's go. We'll refresh. So far, like the scenes are all good. Let's reload the app. We'll try a different type of product which has less text on it. Why don't we go with someone who was like following for interesting products is, I think his name's Oren. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Let's have a look. Okay, let's go with a Le Creuset pan. Maybe go on. No text, just a high quality product, and that might be yeah, I don't know why it actually couldn't get the. I don't know why it couldn't get the text right. Let's go. Let's do this one. A little product. Here we go. Generate the campaign. Okay. Nice. I don't know if would you take a Le Creuset on a campfire? We've got it with a dog. We've got it around the table. This is cool. This one is okay. But yeah, that's good. Why don't we go with improve upload, ad generation history? Why don't we do some of the other suggestions? Why don't we do something like a let's give it. Do we need to? Let's do ad generation history. So you can actually look back at what we've created. These suggestions are really good if you're stuck for where to go. But this was pretty good. An editorial campaign or AI composes environments that elevate your brand's narrative. I wonder if you could put in your ideal target market. That might be a good one. Let's create a feature where the user can enter a piece of additional information, which is the market that person, that product ideally targets. For example, if you're doing a piece of, actually, well, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it, and then the AI can kind of interpret what I mean by that. Maybe we can do something where we can download each image individually. I think that might be quite cool. Okay, while that's loading, let's see if we can find out some other good use cases for Nano Banana, as it's obviously pretty insane. Let's go back and I'll find some of these other bookmarks. Okay, here is one if you want to actually create people to. This is the example of a JSON prompt. Basically, the prompt: subject, face, appearance, lighting, main light effect, shadow, color, pale, and even gritty 90s hair, clipped up, loose strands, clothing, charcoal, background, room overall color. Then you get that. That is a, you wouldn't be able to tell. That is not a real image for sure. So we can find a couple of others. Okay, now we have a history. We have a history up here in the archive, which is nice. A nice little slide in. Why don't we do something like, let's give the user some more options around preset styles or look and feel that they want to have the feed generated according to. Let's think of some good options that an e-commerce brand or a fashion brand might want to use as if they were conducting real photo shoots for their products. Okay, let's see what that comes up with. I don't know why. Is Restream really broken? Okay, so we've got some artistic direction, aesthetic direction. Let's also create a feature where we can see, or the community can see, every single generation too, and the user. Let's add a feature where or a new page where we can show all of the previously generated images. Actually, let's leave that. Okay, why don't we go with we should also be able to not select an aesthetic direction and just let the generator work it out by the image. Maybe we can come up with the actual caption too, depending on who you want to target. Okay, so we got natural and auto output resolution. All right. Add four more styles. Let's make more like old school and classic and high-end fashion, that sort of stuff. We can also, I think we can include multiple images with Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana API. We can include, I think, reference images, multi-turn image editing. We can do that, but I think use up to 14 yeah. Let's add that in. Maybe somebody wants to do like multiple products. Okay, retro film, timeless heritage, cinematic noir, soft dreamscape. Okay. Now let's do this. Can we have the options? Okay. Let's say up to 6 images to include in the final image. They can be here is the upload up to 6 image total to in the final image. So you think if you've got like a fashion brand, you want to upload some items that somebody wants to try on maybe, or just some products or a set, you could do that. Okay, so this multi-reference thing would be really good. So if you're a brand, you want maybe some shoes and a belt and a top, for instance, or holding a product too in a different environment, that would then work. Okay. Okay, upload products, source artifacts 1 through 6. All right, let's have a look and see how they get shown up. Maybe we'll go with 1 Le Creuset pan. Maybe we'll go with or whatever anyone calls it, Dutch oven. What do you think? Maybe we do this one, and maybe we'll go with a okay. Got 2 more. Do I have to go? Okay, cool. Let's go with studio minimal. Let's go with timeless. Actually, let's just go with natural auto to start with. So we've got 3. Will all these 3 products make it into the same image in a cohesive way? We shall see. I think this input is like too long too. Maybe we need to like squish it up a bit. I don't know if my stream is still freezing. I don't know what is going on with the video feed. But yeah, I think we're having some stream issues. No. So that's cool. We've got the 3, the heart one. We've got the low one, and then we've got the big one. We've got another one there too. All right, this is pretty cool. I think we can view the past too here. That's nice. Okay, I think we're going to end the stream because I think this video feed isn't working properly. I don't know why we're lagging out, but we'll end